Vinny, since you're here with us tonight, I want to get your take on the Derrick Rose situation, and folks probably know the story at this point. He was AWOL Monday during that Knicks loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. He left town, went back to Chicago, apparently to tend to a family matter, I should say. The Knicks fined him, reportedly $200,000 or so, did not suspend him after speaking to him about the incident. You coached Derrick his first 2 years in the league. What did you make of, first of all, what happened, and secondly, how it was handled by both Derrick and by the Knicks?
I think it's been a mess all the way around. I mean, there's no question Derrick could have handled things better, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a great kid. At the end of the day, he was dealing with something that maybe was personal. Maybe we don't know all the facts. I thought the Knicks could have come out and supported him a little bit better. Jeff Hornacek's trying to keep everything together as best he can, but I would have liked to seen the organization step up for Derrick a little bit. And I think Derrick could have definitely handled it much better. He could have called the trainer. He could have called the coach. He could have called Phil Jackson, whatever it is.
His agent.
Is whatever.
Yeah.
There's no question he could have handled better, but maybe there's something we don't know. So I'm just happy he's safe, he's back on the court, and he's got to work through these things. And if there's a chance for him to learn from it, great. If there's something we don't know about it that might come out later, let's wait and see and let this guy just be on the court. People don't understand. His injuries, he was an MVP, blowing out basically both of his knees. All the injuries he had in Chicago, dealing with things on the court, but also off the court. A lot has been thrown on him, some by his own omission. But at the end of the day, he's a human being. He's a great kid. He's trying to find his way a little bit, and he's trying to get his game back. This distraction doesn't help. Hopefully the Knicks will back him up on things, and Derrick will get back to playing basketball.
And he's looked fine the last 2 nights playing for the Knicks. And Zara, I'm always fascinated by this. Professional athletes' ability to compartmentalize their lives in such a way that they can go out and just do their thing on the floor despite whatever else is going on.
That's their world.
Yeah.
That's where they get away from everything else, and they can focus in and zero in on trying to help the team win, trying to perform to a level that whatever the expectations might be. The only thing I would disagree on Vinny's statement is I'm a Derrick Rose fan. I've always liked Derrick Rose since the day he came and visited University of Memphis, and I was coaching the Grizzlies, and he came to our practice and watched practice that day. He's always been a gentleman and gone out of his way. The only thing is, with the Knicks organization, when you say they need to support him more, it's very difficult to support somebody when you don't know what's going on, when you're not allowed in. And I would always tell players, nothing will ever get out of this locker room from me that takes place. It's in-house, it's within our family. However, there are certain things I can't defend you on. If you shoot 0 for 15 that night, or you don't get a rebound, I can't say you had a great night rebounding the ball, or you shot it well. I'm sorry, but I can't step up to the media and say that. That's not. They're not idiots, okay? But I think if you're not going to share it with your team, what's going on, you leave them in the dark, and perhaps they feel the best thing for them to do is say nothing rather than say something that could come back and be proven wrong later on. If you let them in on it, then they have a chance to handle it a different way.
Well, Derrick certainly didn't help the situation, and I don't think the organization helped Jeff Hornacek either. He was kind of left out with not really any answers after the game. And Phil Jackson is, to my knowledge, still not made himself available to speak to reporters about
the uncertainty factor of all this misinformation and what's going on with her. At the end of the day, I'm just happy Derrick's healthy, play basketball.
Absolutely, because it was worrisome to a lot of folks on Monday night when you started hearing that he was just not to be found anywhere. Folks immediately thought, oh, what has happened to Derrick?